Keyvan Zarea-Ganji here from fightplay.tv, sitting here with the man himself, the star of the current hour, the babysitter of the stars, Burt Watson. How you doing, Burt?
Oh, I'm trying to make it, baby. And yes, indeed, we're here again in Sweden. Poos poos, as they would say. I hope I said that right. But this is what we do and why we do it, baby. All night long. We rollin', yeah.
And we're rolling. So tell me, Burt, the second time around, you were here last time when the UFC was around last year, back again. What do you think?
You know, there's absolutely, the fans here in Sweden are great. The energy is great, and you know I'm an energy person. I love energy, man, and that energy level here is fantastic. The fans are fantastic, and it's good to be here. Even though it's cold, it's still good to be here. The enthusiasm, you know, the fights are going to be good because you got to know one thing, baby. Everybody up here can fight, regardless of who it is, where it is, or when it comes. Everybody can fight, and you're going to get nothing but the best Friday night, Saturday night.
Saturday night, there you go. Burt, tell me, you know, of all the fights on this card, on the UFC on Fuel card that is going on 6th of April now, do you have any, you know, favorites, the ones that, you know, you're like most interested in? You don't have to pick a specific one, just a couple of fights that you look forward to the most?
Well, you know, the one that I'm really looking forward to is obviously with everything that's gone on with the main event, and you know, injuries is a part of the sport. Injuries are part of all athletics, and you know, my original start in as a babysitter to the stars was in boxing. I remember in 1964 there was a guy that went to the Olympics as an alternate, and nobody knew who he was, and he won a gold medal, and he became Smoking Joe Frazier. So when stuff like that happens, baby, it's a message from somebody, and somebody's going to get the job done. So I'm excited to see something like that, because when you take a guy and give him an opportunity on this stage like that, be prepared for fireworks, baby.
Speaking of fireworks, I mean, you know, a lot of fighting going on, and obviously you're this like huge character, and I'm guessing you get all the people pumped up. I got no idea. I mean, like, I'm guessing you get all the coaches and everything pumped up. Tell me though, do you have any martial arts experience yourself?
I've learned what I know from the best in the world. These guys
by watching,
by watching, and I've learned a few moves from a couple of the guys. You know, it's an honor and a privilege for me to be at this level. You know, with these guys, with their experience. You know, and I'm an old man. I got to keep people at this distance. So I've had a few people teach me a few signature moves. But my experience, I'm boxing. I don't have any amateur boxing career, not a big amateur boxing career, because back in the day, and I won't tell you how long ago, I went into boxing, and I had, without a big amateur career, I had 2 fights. My first fight, I won handily. My second fight, I got beat handily. So I made a decision that fighting was not for me. But I didn't want to get out of the sport, so I stuck around and created what I do now, coordination.
Coordination. Speaking of coordination, I mean, what do you think about all the events that have been organized now around the world? I mean, more and more like it's widespread. Things are going to happen in India. Things already happen in China, Japan, and they're talking about like different aspects, maybe going back to Abu Dhabi and stuff. How does that? I mean, what does that do for your family situation, if anything?
Well, you know, it's how I make my living. It's how we survive. It's how the bills get paid. You know, and it is what it is. It's what I do and why I do it. Like I say with the fighters. And right now, we all, me, you guys, we are all right now a part of history. What's going to be history. This sport has elevated to a level that no one expected. It has elevated to a level that, you know, no one was prepared for, but it's there, and it's only going to get bigger. So enjoy the ride, baby. Just kind of keep rolling with the punches. No pun intended.
There you go. And now, and for the final question, I mean, you know, you've been around the UFC since when?
I started in 2001. Yeah.
Right. And obviously you're a man that you've seen like the walls get broken down and things change and fighters come and fighters go. What do you see for the state of MMA as I guess as I'm asking you this as a fan foremost and not somebody employed by UFC?
When I first came to MMA and the UFC, I really didn't know what the sport was about, but I knew that the guys had skills and there was a technical level. The skill level from when I first came in 12 years ago to now is unbelievable. Everybody that comes in now comes in prepared to fight. Everybody that comes in now is just about ready to get into that cage. Way back when, they were feeling their way through. Now these guys, these kids who have waited to get into the UFC, the skill level is unbelievable. And there's no sure bet when it comes to MMA, UFC, and getting in that cage, baby. It's your night, your fight, get it right.
Your night, your fight, get it right. We're always happy, always very enthusiastic. We wish him the best of luck. Fight night comes on the 6th of April, UFC Sweden. I'm here, Keyvan from Fight Play TV, with all the ever happy Mr.
Burt Watson, all night long. This is what we do and why we do it, baby. Bam.